And good morning, Coste. Welcome to the GCI live stream, Saturday edition, creating heroes and villains. So, and I'm back on my brown bat page for a few minutes. How's everybody been doing? What's up? Oh, sounds like pretty good timing then. The Punisher. Hello everyone, I am the Punisher. Welcome everybody. This is a page of my brown bat story. These are just layouts on a small, obviously sketchbook size paper. And the actual would be going on my 11 by 17 stock Strathmore comic book paper. You don't get to finish the stream, is that what you're saying? Yeah, this is looking really wrong for some reason. Thank you for joining everybody. Having a little trouble with my windows that the brown bat is flying through between. For those of you who don't know, Brown Bat is a version of Batman that I came up with. He is, this version is fights crime in London, England. Oh, you didn't get to finish. Oh well, he'll still be there when we're done. He does have biomechanical wings. Well, thanks for doing that, Costi. Appreciate you being here, despite me interrupting your Punisher show. Biomechanical, yeah, they're dialed into his neuroreceptors, so he's able to control these wings like you would be able to an arm or a leg. In my universe of the brown bat, if you'd like to get a better view of the brown bat, for those of you who aren't familiar, see, we have a few new people here this morning. Here's some better views of the brown bat. This is page 1. There's a splash page I haven't done yet. Layout for this brown bat origin story. Let me see, I think I have a finished drawing of the brown bat in here somewhere. I'm gonna open this sketchbook up a little bit. For those of you who might want to see it, guess you guys are losing interest quickly. Here's a more completed layout with the color palette for the brown bat. Oh yeah, the John Pernthal. That one is very cool. Thank you for the likes. And so this is page 1 of that brown bat's origin story. And this one I'm pretty much, I have laid out, sketched in the way I want it. And then this one needs a little bit of rendering yet. Welcome everybody to the GCI live stream, working on page 2 of the Brown Bat origin story. And I got these window lines all out of whack. I left my true vanishing point and I'm paying the price. So working in these panels, you're working in a tighter area, especially on a regular standard sketchbook size. It's much easier when you have bigger panels on the 11 by 17 comic book stock. So with this one, I'd like to just kind of darken out the end of this alley where they're beating the crap out of this poor kid. Batman has been able to detect it, a scuffle, and he's coming in to offer some assistance in this page. And then the word bubbles will be obviously added in later. So we darken that in. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this process. So the story as it's going right now, it's a cold still, not a cold, but a still night in London. He's just up on top of the rooftops, watching over the city. Hears something, steps forward, comes over toward here's someone in distress. Hello, Jesse. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. And there's Jack. Thank you. That would be great if Stan Lee could see this. Yes, I remember you were going to do that. Yeah, that's what I was just kind of doing now, was going through the process. Draw a rabbit. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, Stan Lee would have hated doing DC. That's ridiculous. DC's too boring. Yeah, Stan Lee would not be proud. Yeah, so he's approaching his first night in flight. We have a person who happens to be out on the street that night, Howard the Duck. That's interesting. So here's the bat in flight. Do a wide panel on the page. This would actually be page 3 because we'd have a splash page originally. So we have 3 dudes beating the crap out of this kid in the alley. Mohawk Man about ready to throw a final punch. Batman snaps up his arm, brings his arm down, dislocates his elbow. The guy's on the ground in pain, spins around, kicks the long-haired dude in the side of the knee, dislocating his knee. Then this guy here ends up, Batman just grabs him by the head and pushes him into that side of the alley. And there's the bat. Yeah, this is not a finished product. This is just getting a layout so that I will have a guide when I do the big pages. So I have this paper is where the final pages would go. And this is the actual paper that they use to draw comic book covers and comic book pages. 11 by 17, so you can make everything much bigger. And so the style of this one, here's my original story, page 1 that I have inked out. The layout will look more like this when it's inked in. I like putting the black borders between the pages. Hello, Claudia. Thank you very much. So this is how it will clean up when I do the final pages. Right now I'm just trying to get the ideas, get the layouts, see what I want to change, what I want to adjust, and getting some ideas. This is another page from my original story. See, this one's just laid out. Got some of the pencil drawings. These two, I got the main character laid out. Jake Robinson is the character's name. He's at the gym. And then, of course, this panel I have not worked on. Yeah, exactly. DC is the small font. So that's what these pages will look like. So on this, I'm just trying to get the layout, decide on basic backgrounds, what the characters will be doing, how they'll be, composition of the panels. So it is going to be a little sloppy because I do it fast. So I need to keep this a little more consistent, I believe. But it is a process. I've always avoided doing panels. That's why my channel is called Gibson Cover Illustrator. Covers are much simpler. Just doing one great big picture. But the more I draw, the more I want to do the sequential art, the panels, the storyline. And thanks for joining, everybody. Appreciate you being here. So these down the street, you have 1 point perspective going, and it's important to keep all the lines on the buildings going in a similar direction, similar perspective. Since this building is so close to him, then we make the windows would obviously be bigger. Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying this type of artwork. During the week, we have the series Draw Every Day. And in that, we've been doing a lot of verses. So the one I just finished up was Batman versus Solomon Grundy. You can see that is uploaded. Not a movie, just my own comic book. I've been working on this brown bat concept for a couple of years, just thinking about it. And once I got my channel going, I started drawing the brown bat again. Usually he does pretty good. Anything Batman does well. I'm thinking about doing an absolute Batman here in a few minutes. I'm going to start a cover of Absolute Batman since he is the hottest comic book property in the comic book industry right now. They were saying at MegaCon in Orlando, it was Absolute Batman that was getting all the attention, and Invincible. Yeah, it's copyrighted. So it'd be, this type of thing would be a concept you would be submitted, you know, if I did deal with DC for their approval. So I'm not selling it, but I just like doing it. It's for the channel, really. Benefit of the channel. Content. I've been drawing Batman for over 50 years. So since I'm not selling the artwork, and I am a small channel, DC doesn't care. Harley versus Raven will be on, I'll start that on Monday. Oh, really? I've never heard of that. To Chat GPT. So they add color to different images, apparently, then. Very cool. Thank you for joining, everybody. I think I'm going to ink this Batman real quick before I move on. I want to see what it looks like with ink. So in the real comic book industry, the artist would do the pencils, tighten up the pencils, get some good clear drawings, and then they would send it to someone else, either scan it or whatever. Someone else would get their hands on it and do the inking, and they would send it to somebody else who would do the color. I do it all myself, so I'm still working on my inking skills. When you're doing these panels, you're dealing with very small images. Yeah, so these biomechanical wings, this concept where Batman would have actual bat wings. I was thinking them through a little bit while I was doing these panels, some of the details. Yeah, it would be a cool movie. You could do some very cool imagery with this concept. Yeah, I've kind of been studying the anatomy of a bat wing, a true bat wing, and trying to fashion it a little bit after an actual bat. Brown bat, bring him to life. Another advantage to inking your own artwork is you don't have to finish everything with the pencil because you know pretty much which direction the whole piece is going to go. So you can just get a really good basic artwork down and then just stop the pencils and start in with the inks. Yes, what's up with Alan? Wasn't he the one they were considering for the Batman role in the James Gunn's DC universe? I've been seeing some interviews with that guy. He was saying it wasn't true, that nobody had contacted him about being Batman. It's one of the questions he gets asked the most. Is there any truth to him possibly being Batman in the James Gunn's DC universe? No, I'm not a magician. I just pay attention sometimes. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He would love to be Batman on that. I think it was Wired. I saw him doing that interview with Wired where they go over the most Googled questions about different shows or actors. And that was one of the most Googled questions about him. Is he going to play Batman in the new DC universe? Yeah, I think he would be a good choice. But who knows? They keep all that stuff very secretive. Yep, so this is a one page, one panel I'm working on right now out of my version of the Batman. He's a British version. He's not even Bruce Wayne in this storyline. I haven't really decided on a true name for him yet. Right. Yeah, he's got the look. They could really do a lot with Alan as the Batman. Oh, he did. That's cool. I am Batman. So this is kind of the look he would have. Just doing some basic color palette. Welcome to the GCI live stream. Just kind of working on one of these panels before I get started on a bigger sketch for today. This is my version of Batman. He's called the Brown Bat. Fights crime, this version does, in London, England. He has biomechanical bat wings. So he can actually fly. Oh, do another whole storyline. And these wings of his are the membrane's kind of translucent, so you would be able to see a hint of these windows through his wings. So you would lightly continue some of these lines. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. At least get him, as some form of the Batman. One way or the other. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing. It's the number one way you can support a YouTube creator, is giving it that like and subscribe. But of course, that's only if you're enjoying what's going on here today. The brown bat in flight. I love that. Yeah, have you guys heard how Marvel comic books have actually just tanked? There are no comic book lines from Marvel right now that are anywhere near the top as far as sales go. That is crazy to me, that Marvel has just fallen off so completely. Yep, I would say so. I think Alan should do it. So these things that look like veins going through the wings are carrying the thin hydraulic fluid that operate the wings. would that be? Wayne Johnson. I think he's taller than them. Oh, I think Ben Affleck would be taller between those two. He's a pretty tall dude. Gotta love a power eraser, especially for this fine detail. Yeah, I really liked Ben Affleck when he was in the Accountant movies with John Bernthal. Thought those were really cool movies. So that's how the coloring would go with the supplies I have. Does anybody here like the Absolute Batman storyline? I know the comics are getting way too expensive. Going for more than the cover price these days. Welcome everybody to the stream in the brown bat panel that I'm working on. Okay, let's switch gears here. Here's the one I finished yesterday. Solomon didn't put it in the background, but got the figures done yesterday. Batman versus Solomon Grundy. Okay. Absolute Batman. Wow, 6'6", that is a tall Batman. So let's get an absolute Batman roughed in here. So for this stage of the drawing, we're using the 2.0 graphite. It's a little harder, so the lines come in really light. So we can adjust and change as we go. Thank you for joining, everybody. Working on an absolute Batman. He is the hottest commodity in the comic book industry right now. So I haven't drawn absolute for a while. Thought I would get an absolute going here for everybody who enjoys him. Let's taper this in some more. Straight down, but tapered in. Yep, I think he is. He's as tall as the Superman actors, Chris Reeves. How tall is Jason Momoa? Thanks for joining, everybody. Please don't forget to hit that like button before you gotta go. Yeah, I was thinking he was about 6'6" or 6'4", something like that. There's the battle axe that the absolute Batman uses. Takes it off of his chest. And this is like the magnet base where the bat logo would go when he's not using it. And again, with this stage, we're just trying to get the basic outline and shape laid in. Welcome everyone to the GCI live stream. We are working on a quick sketch of, well, I'm not sure how quick it's going to be, but a sketch of Absolute Batman. So I've got the basic shape out profile laid in here. I'm going to come in with this 0.5 and add some detail with the pencil. I think most excited for the Spider-Man Noir. I want to see how that turns out. Welcome everyone to the GCI live stream. This is the beginning of a Absolute Batman sketch. So now I'm just coming in here with the finer mechanical pencil. Come on. These are all crapping out on me. Don't have time to reload. Yeah, can't wait to see Nicolas Cage in that new show. I think that's going to be awesome. Nicolas Cage back in action as the Spider-Man character he started in the Miles Morales version. Oh yeah, the spider, correct. I had heard that. Let's get that old school black and white vibe. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining the live stream today. Yeah, the thing about this Absolute Batman, he is gigantic. So very small head, very large body. Ben Riley, not Peter Parker. Very cool. Yeah, I kind of remember that. Thank you for joining, everybody. Welcome to the GCI live stream. We have been using Saturdays to create our own characters, but I've been hearing so much about the MegaCon. This was the 2014 MegaCon that I almost went to. They had Stan Lee back there in that time, Carl Urban, and John Barrowman. Torchwood. Anyway, I've been hearing reports from MegaCon just how big and popular Absolute Batman is. So I wanted to do another drawing. I hadn't drawn Absolute Batman for a while. And I thought it was high time we did another Absolute Batman sketch. Yeah, I like that in the Beyond the Spider-Verse when they had all those different variations of Spider-Man. That was so cool. Yeah, so with this one, I'm just going over those light lines I did with the 2.0 mechanical pencil. And this is the 0.5 Pentel. And just confirming those lines, getting them a little more solid. Thanks for joining, everybody. Appreciate you being on the stream this fine day. I got a little bit later start. I think I missed a lot of the crowd. A lot of people who had been online all night have faded away. But I'm appreciating you guys being here for sure. Yes, I am looking forward to that. Thank you for joining, everybody. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this layout of the Absolute Bat. I think I'm going to go for about another 30 minutes on this, so we'll see how far we get. get everything laid out the way I want it to look. Good morning. Welcome to the GCI live stream. Glad you guys could make it. Yes, what are the release dates? So Spider-Man Noir's release date is May 27th. Okay. So we got a little while for that one's going to be out. Thanks for that date. I should mark that on my calendar. July 31st. Wow, I didn't realize that release date was so far off. Oh, yeah, 2099. Is that the? Is that another project they're working on? Oh, they're not working on it. It's just one that you would like to see them work on. Welcome to the GCI live stream, everybody. We are working on I am working on a new sketch of Absolute Batman. I've been getting reports from Orlando MegaCon how the big hitters, the most popular, the biggest lines were for anything Absolute Batman or anything Invincible. Marvel hardly had anything of any importance, or actually had nothing going on that was, drawing the big crowds. It's all DC and Image Comics that overpowered the whole event. So I thought I would hadn't drawn the Absolute Batman for a while, so I thought I would make a sketch of him. I think it would be probably more feasible in animation. I don't think there's enough hype and popularity. Hey, Seth. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to do live action, but I just don't think the popularity's there for a live action 2099. Bats Day. Yeah, more of a Bats Day today. Yeah, I didn't like that face, so I'm changing it up. That's the thing about the pencil stage. That's when you want to make your decisions, make your changes. Yeah, that's true, but you have to have a lot of faith to start a movie in a property, and I think that 2099 property just isn't going to wouldn't bring the viewers to the theaters in a live action. It could do a lot better, but what do I know? In a form of animation. think I like that face and head better on the bat. Bring this out a little bit. Thank you for watching, everybody. This is the GCI live stream. It's kind of morphed into an episode of Draw Every Day. Started out working on the brown bat interior pages of my storyline I'm working on. And then went to sketching an absolute Batman. Please don't forget to hit that like button before you gotta go. I know not everybody's gonna stay for this whole thing. Me and Costi will be here for the whole thing, but we're the exception, not the rule. Especially when it comes to my channel. The GCI Studios. Get the handy dandy bat ruler out. Batman versus Joker. And you're doing an awesome job at it, Costi. Thank you very much. Keeping the ball rolling while I'm sketching. You do an excellent job at that. So I'm not just here talking to myself for an hour and a half. On Saturday, I finally get enough time, and now I started it too late, so we've missed the busier time on the YouTube channel. But I still want to do the art. That's the main thing, be able to get the art in. For me, anyway. What is going on with this thing? Acting a little weird. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for the likes. This is the GCI live stream, and this is my rendition of the Absolute Bat. Thank you, Dragon King. And there is Flores. Thank you also for your comment. Thank you for being here this morning. Well, morning for me. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the stream this morning. I'm going to go for probably another 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes or so. Just tightening up this pencil sketch of the Absolute Batman a little bit. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Selena. Appreciate that. Yeah, I roughed it out with a bigger graphite, and so now I am tightening up the sketch with a finer mechanical pencil. Before we go to ink. Just kind of doing it a little bit subtle at this stage. To get everything laid in the way I want it to look. Have I eaten anything? No. Why, can you hear my guts rumbling? It's a pretty good microphone if you can hear my guts rumbling. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Appreciate you being on here today. And if you really enjoy this, please consider subscribing. Thank you, Dragon King. Appreciate you, man. Yep, all the irregulars are probably back in bed already or doing other things. Like you said, like Nismo, he's probably busy. Yeah, you got daytime. Hello, Danny. Thanks for checking in. There's one of our regulars. Stopping in for a second. Appreciate that. Yeah, I missed you being here earlier. Unless you were just in silent mode. I would like to do a full cover, I think, of Absolute Batman. One of the classic poses for him that they've been doing in the comics. pushing down too hard on this finer graphite. Did it again. Yeah, we got some people on the stream today. Thank you everybody for joining. Please don't forget to hit that like button before you gotta go. Appreciate you being on here though. Supporting the GCI studios. So did I. We've got a few people come and go intermittently. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Appreciate you being on here, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of this DC content that we're doing Monday through Friday, usually on earlier than this. Doing DC content, been doing a lot of verses. Last one was Batman versus Grundy. Did Batman versus Skeletor, Batman versus Superman, a lot of Batman. He is the most popular comic book character in the world right now. And for a good reason. He is an amazing character. I gotta calm down. No, I do not know who that is. What's that name? Nope, I'm not familiar with that at all from Marvel. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Oh, he's like the Superman version of Superman from Marvel, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure why I've never heard of that guy. Hey, hello, Mr. Man. Yeah, I'll search him up later. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Man. Just been sketching away on some absolute Batman for a while. It's good to have you back. Yeah, I worked on a few interior pages from my Brown Bat story, from some of the panels that I had done. And then I thought, since Absolute Batman is the hottest comic book in the industry right now, I would do an Absolute. Just missed me a little bit working on the Brown Bat interior pages. And then I've been working on this most of the time after that. Yeah, we got another mod here. It's not just me and you chatting back and forth. There's nothing wrong with that. We've done just fine this fine Saturday. Got these fine liners all messed up, out of order. Yep, it is kind of, you never know what you're going to get. Although 99% costies here. 99% of the time. So now what I like to do is just get a nice thick outline on the character, since this is a graphic illustration, comic book art. Yeah, we've had some people come and go, but nobody's been staying super long. We had a few new subscribers. That's good. I always enjoy getting new members to the community. Keep building GCI Studios. Yeah, that inspired me to keep going longer. Maybe even get my first 2-hour stream. What do you think of that? I think we're only about 24 minutes away from 2 hours. Yep, that's for sure, Mr. Man. Even if it's just a a chance just to say hello. We're always glad to have you on the stream. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Thank you for the likes. Please don't hesitate to hit that like button if you're enjoying it, and consider subscribing. I actually stream every day, 7 days a week. Haven't missed in over 6 months. Haven't missed one live stream. I think I'm going to. I got plenty of work here to do, plenty to keep my mind busy. Now I got some support from my crew. More support. We can do it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to GCI Studios, the live stream. All right, we're camping out, man. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make some GCI Studios history here today. We have the technology. We can rebuild it. We can make it better, stronger, faster. I love the spikes on the Absolute Batman. That was such a amazing character design element. They're putting him together. Now this is an actual version from the comics. So this is the most popular version of Batman, most popular comic book character in the world right now is this version of Batman called from the Absolute Universe. They just had the Orlando MegaCon comic book convention, and everything that was selling was either Absolute Batman or reprints of Invincible. DC was ruling the show. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all those guys are iconic. Creating bringing the Batman character to life on the big screen. Yeah, this is the Absolute version. My version of the Absolute version. Absolute Batman, GCI Studios style. Thank you everyone for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying the content here. Ultron's been doing all right. he's back in school, so we haven't seen a lot of Ultron. He got like a 2-week break from his after he did his finals, and now he's in 7th grade already. So they keep him busy in Mumbai. They don't give him much of a break from school, that's for sure. US, they get the whole summer off between grades. Apparently that's not the way it is in India. Yes, the Dark Knight. There's a lot of detail on this version of the Batman. Oh, that would be an amazing version of the Batman show. Getting all those guys together. That would be epic, as they say. Oh yeah. Yep. When he comes, it really, the energy goes up and gets everybody going. But that's part of the dynamic, man. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please do not hesitate to hit that like button if you're enjoying the content so far this morning. Yeah, he's a big part of it. And he's we have to get a new set of fine liners. They're giving up on me fast here. Guess when you draw every day, you're bound to go through some supplies for sure. Yeah, you gotta have a break now and then. Can't just run with that kind of intensity on a daily basis. Costi does a lot of, like he talks about on here, comparing on his channel and putting up polls. He gets a lot of response when he has those different polls he puts up. Thank you everyone for watching. Do not hesitate to please hit that like button. If you're enjoying the content today, bringing a version of the brown bat, the absolute Batman to life. Using the brush pen to fill in some of these larger blacked out areas. You gotta love these brush pens. They really come in handy, especially on the Batman sketch where you have large areas that are totally in shadow as the Batman charges through the night. Can't wait to see that one, Costi. Thank you everyone for joining. Please don't hesitate to hit the like button. It's the best way you can support YouTube creators. If you really like it, since we're on here every day, subscribe, and you can, if you can't make the live streams, you can at least replay them once they upload immediately afterwards. We're about 10 minutes away from a 2-hour long live stream. Yes, Costy's channel is very opinion based, and he likes to get into those debates of who's best and who's. And get people's opinions on what they think. All right, see if we can work some of these lines in now. What do I got here? Welcome everyone to the GCI live stream. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button. And if you really like it, want to see more and not miss a daily episode, consider subscribing. Join the GCI community. We have a really good community going here. A lot of people who love comic book art. Yes. Yeah, Costi, that's what he does, man. He's always doing those polls and getting the opinions of all the people who come on to his channel. And he gets really good responses on his polls, I was noticing. A lot of people participating. Yeah, he's got that down to a science on his battles. We got about 3 more minutes to go and we'll be at 2 hours. So I'll probably wrap it up there. We got a few other things I got to get to today. So thank you very much, Costi and Mr. Man, for being here, supporting GCI Studios live stream. Thank you everyone else who showed up and gave your input. And the likes, and I even know some people said they subscribed today, so that's a good day. And I had a lot of fun doing the artwork. So this has kind of turned into an episode of Draw Every Day, so, and that's not bad because that's our whole motto here at the GCI Studios. We want to get better. We want our drawings to look the way we want them to look. It's important. Yes, we did, Costi. I think it was a big success, in my opinion, and appreciate all your support, man. You too, Mr. Man. Can't do any of this stuff without you guys. So I'll probably work on this some more tomorrow, add a little bit of color. Absolute Batman does not have a lot of color involved, but we will add it. Yep, we're about 40 seconds away from the 2-hour mark. Yeah, there's going to be a crossover, Spider-Man versus Superman comic coming out. Everybody's looking forward to that. It's like DC, or Marvel's jumping on the DC bandwagon, trying to sell some comic books as they struggle. And that's it. 2 hours, man. This is the first 2-hour episode live stream in GCI history. We just reached the 2-hour mark. And I think that is where I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone for your support, all your likes, all you who decided to subscribe today. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow, Costi, and possibly see you tomorrow, Mr. Man. You're welcome. And see you tomorrow, Danny. Thank you for stopping in again and your support today. Do me one favor, guys. Please draw something